afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mayank Mehta, and I'm here to talk to you about our mobile enterprise platform. So, in one word, Capriza is magic. But let me explain that better in the context of the story. So, John, he's a sales guy at a Fortune 500 company, and he goes home at night, and he can do almost anything he wants on his mobile phone as it relates to his consumer life. He wants to order pizza, check in for his United flight that he's dreading, or make a doctor's appointment. He can do all of those things. But the moment he wants to try and do something for work, he's really restricted. Even if he can get past the VPN and firewall, corporate firewall, he cannot access the business applications because they're not mobile ready. So he calls his IT buddy and says, hey, can you just make this happen for me? And his IT buddy, let's say his name is Babu, of course he's Indian, and his IT buddy has three problems, right? One is the existing infrastructure and applications that the IT built up over the last 15, 20 years were not built with mobile in mind. The second is Babu doesn't have any Android or iOS developers in-house, so he needs to get out there and actually hire these developers. And third is the cost, both in terms of time and money. His latest Gartner report on his desk says $150,000 and 3 to 6 months for one enterprise app. So what do? Well, enter Capriza. Capriza, if you switch over to the MacBook, Capriza has a Firefox solution where you install our plugin and you can launch the platform. And from here, you can navigate to absolutely any web-based application and start mobilizing it in minutes. What we enable is any desktop workflow that you do to be mobilized in minutes with no coding whatsoever. So let's go back and be John for a second. John is a sales guy. He needs to update his sales opportunities after a call or after a meeting. And here's a quick way that he has an app to do exactly that. So he navigates to a URL, and this is the Capriza platform. What you'll see here is a browser to the left and a virtual mobile screen to the right. As John begins to interact with the application, Capriza automatically mobilizes what he's touching to the right. In under 10 seconds, John has created a login experience for his Salesforce app without any coding, without any APIs. And mind you, again, this is just a Salesforce demo. This could be any web-based application, Oracle, SAP, you name it. So now, he gets to his opportunities. He interacts with this drop-down here. And as soon as he does that, it's mobilized, and you can see it's available here on the right. Clicks go. And he gets to this complex table of sorts. Right? And good design for us at Capriza is really about three things. One is an intuitive workflow. Because John is creating an app from his own workflow that he's used to doing on the desktop, the app is really intuitive for him and he can use it right away. Two, mobile, especially on a smart device, smartphone, is about focus. Now from this table and all of the complexity around it, John just wants to take 3 columns that interest him. So he's going to do exactly that. He's going to take the opportunity name, and boom, it's mobilized on the right. He's going to take the close date, also mobilized on the right. And to make things interesting, he's going to take the edit action as well, because he wants to make it a transactional application. So from all of this complexity, he's taking just the stuff that matters. So that's point number 2, which is Capriza lets you be focused. And 3 is, we created an HTML5 app. So this can run anytime, anywhere, on any device. So just like I did before, I being John, I'm going to go ahead and touch the fields that matter to me most, and Capriza translated on the fly to a native-like experience on the right. Once I'm happy with all the fields that I care about, I can hit save, and in under 2 minutes, I've created a full app on Salesforce without any coding, without any APIs. And John feels pretty good about this at this point, so he goes ahead and publishes it. And let me go ahead and preview before we publish. And when he publishes this, he can actually get it on his email and start running it right away. So let me show you what that experience looks like as well. So switch over to the iPhone, please. Great. So what you'll see here is all the Capriza apps that John has created over the last few months. SFDC MobileBeat is what I just created. Now as this loads, let me tell you about the problems we talked about. Babu is really happy. He didn't have to invest in any additional infrastructure or any additional applications. John felt like a hero creating these apps. And from a business model and cost perspective, Capriza, for $14.99 per user per month, lets the enterprise mobilize any number of business applications across the board. Now we'll let the app load. I think I'm out of time here, but the last thing I'll leave you with is, over the last 3 months, Capriza has engaged successfully in 3.5 technical pilots. Capriza is founded by Mercury Interactive founders, and we look forward to announcing some great things this coming quarter. Thanks so much.